First and foremost, Holy Spirit, casting away all dark energies sent to harm or disturb me, my loved ones, and you. So this energy feels really intense. I can't lie. As soon as I started this read, my ears started ringing. So it's definitely something going on right now. Yeah, with this sun card, you're feeling very accomplished. And it's a heavy energy of truth, like you're feeling like speaking up for yourself, living in your truth, speaking your truth. Yeah. With this Lovers card and the Strength card, is definitely a lot of strength in you moving in this love. And it's like love that you have for yourself, love that you have for, you know, those that are close to you. It's a lot of energy of unity at this time. Someone's also very brave. It's like you had went through a lot of things. You overcame some type of obstacle that, it seemed really tough, like when you were in the thick of it. Yeah, and you're also ambitious towards love, okay? Clarify this Lover's card, Holy Spirit. Yeah, so someone's definitely trying to cast illusions. It's giving Gemini. I'm gonna clarify this moon card. Yeah, so somebody's definitely in devil energy, and it's like they're anticipating karma being dealt out to them. So they can feel the shift that is happening, and someone's definitely like nervous. It's karmic energy. Yeah, and it's like it's because they're losing like momentum, and then it's like they weren't prepared for the karma that they're gonna receive, because someone worked with someone else for you to go through some type of poverty, some type of tough situation. And it's like somebody wanted to also try to manifest conflicts in new connections and like new lovers connections, but you came up as the fool as to where you have a lot of new beginnings. Yeah, with this Empress, you're definitely very grounded, definitely talking to a divine being. Yeah. Yeah. And somebody was also like dishonest about like what they had. Hi. Somebody was dishonest about what they had because King of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, and then that came out with Seven of Swords. So somebody definitely was very dishonest. It's like they made it seem like they were abundant, but like they actually weren't. Someone was definitely like mirroring your energy, and it seems as though like they got ahead with individuals by doing shit like that. Yes, I could be talking to an Aries, but you're very grounded. You definitely have a divine masculine, like you could be a divine masculine, but there's definitely a lot of new beginnings coming in for you. Yeah. And it's like you're very defensive about your home. You're defensive about your children. If you have children, you're defensive about your future, your stability. And it's like you have a lot of direction now, like through, this stalemate that you could have been going through. And it's like you came to a crossroads where it's like you could have chose to be depressed, you could have chose to be sad about situations, and that would have brought in a tower moment for you, but you chose to really stand in your power as your innocence, okay? Both of these queens came out with Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands. So definitely talking to a feminine energy at this time, like divine feminine. You're very attractive at this time, and it's because of your compassion and your empathic nature. Someone definitely feels a lot of comfort and joy like being around you. Children are significant because that came out again. Or you could be someone that wants to have like a family type of, relationship, and you definitely have a lot of choices, like endless choices and like opportunities coming your way. Yeah, because you're victorious against any attacks that were sent your way. So someone definitely had like some type of weird energy, but it's definitely not working because you're focused on your goals. You're focused on your dreams. You're focused on your forward momentum. And that's a really good thing. And you're also focused on your material success. Okay. Somebody's definitely building a strong foundation at this time, And it's gonna provide you with a lot of, like, security because you dealt with some betrayals in the past and clarify. Yeah, you dealt with a lot of betrayals in the past, and it's like now you're so ambitious when it comes to, like, conquering the world, pretty much, like, that's how you're feeling or that's how you will feel. Yeah, very successful. Like, you definitely, are going to receive, like, a lot of recognition. Yeah. So make sure that you're managing your time well, okay? You definitely have your priorities in check. Mm. You see how that flew out? Your intuition is definitely leading you. Your inner voice is definitely guiding you towards enlightenment at this time because you're navigating like moving on from like hatred and learning how to be, more grounded. And that's really good because you had issues with individuals trying to control you. Like they were trying to control your forward momentum and they were pretty much like greedy. And you navigated through these situations with such grace that you are now ready to receive these blessings coming through you. Yeah, someone was very arrogant. And they're also like lazy. Like somebody probably tried to like take credit for all the work that you are doing. And it's like somebody wanted to cause conflicts because they did not like how independent you are. They did not like how you actually stood in your power. It's like you had a divinity about you. Like somebody could have suffered from some type of depression. And it's like, even in your depression, even when you were in a sad point in your life, like you still rose above it. Like you still walked around with your head up high. And that's a really good thing to do because somebody wanted you to collapse. Somebody did want you to break down. Yeah, and it didn't happen. Like even when you had someone, really playing with your like they were playing in your face with this King of Cups, like someone was trying to play with your wisdom. Like someone didn't realize that you were smarter than them. And like you chose solitude over being around a toxic individual. Yeah. And it's like you stood in your power against any anxieties that could have came up. You realize that a lot of your anxieties were warnings from the divine to get away from whatever was triggering that. Clarify this King of Swords. Yeah. I say clarify this King of Swords. You have a lot of celebration. You also are very stable emotionally, and that is gonna spill over into the 3D. I think someone may be worried about like their home situation or something, and it may be causing you to feel like a little bit powerless, but it is your sanctuary. Everything is gonna work out. Yeah. Just maintain your peace and remain balanced, especially with things that you are concerned about. Because there's a lot of calmness in your energy, and you are constantly finding solutions. When problems do arise, you don't crumble and you always find solutions. So, even if something is happening right now where it doesn't look, too great, but you need to realize that you have conquered so much. There's nothing else that's gonna, hold you back. Yeah, like stand up in your power and stand as a leader, okay? Do not conform to the status quo. Yeah. Because you know when to walk away from things that no longer serve you. And that's really good. So now just focus on releasing these strongholds from the past, okay? Because it could be emotionally, not just physically. Yeah. Yeah, something really hurt you. Like it really, hurt your feelings. And that's what happens, but it's like you're avoiding conflict. Because someone was a burden, someone was trying to make you feel exhausted. They wanted you to constantly struggle and not be able to concentrate on the things that were important to you, but you stayed consistent. And that, like, your passion is leading to this new beginning for you. You're definitely in a good space. Give me a moment. Zion, turn the water on for your sister. Sage, Sage. Zion's gonna turn the water on for you. Bring your pajamas in the bathroom so you can get in the bath, mama. That's fine. Age, did you hear me? Bring your pajamas downstairs to the bathroom. Zion, turn the water on for her. Okay? Stop. Go ahead. Zion's gonna do it. Go bring your pajamas downstairs to the bathroom. Girl. All right. What else? Holy Spirit. Amazing. Look at that. But yeah, you remain very consistent and practical because you definitely had a lot of individuals that were plotting on your demise and you rose to the challenge. Like you're really on the way towards this new beginning. And it's because you have gained a sense of responsibility, and that is what helped you to release a lot of these mental blocks. That's really good. Yeah, these new beginnings are going to come in the form of opportunities coming your way. All right. So it's prevalent that you remain in your authentic energy, stand in your personal power, and make sure that you're remaining optimistic. Okay. Because you are the light. Like literally, you are the light in a dark place. There are individuals that feel, like things are delayed for them and things like that. Like even you, like you don't even realize like the power that you carry. You're like a breath of fresh air. And that's why you have a lot of positive partnerships coming your way. So you're being called to really trust in the divine plan, like for real, because you are in spiritual alignment, but you have to actually believe that because you are. But it's mainly like when it comes to your imagination, like don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on these ideas that are coming to you because your eyes are definitely open. And it's just about being cheerful about these ideas to actually put the work into these ideas so they can manifest these new beginnings and this abundance for you. It's a really good energy to be in. Yeah. And the divine is encouraging you by giving you clarity on these different situations. Okay. So when things are being revealed to you and you're like, dang, like I ain't know this person was like that, you got to think about it. This is about your long term success. Okay. And not everyone can come with you on this journey. Like, period. Not everyone can come with you on this journey. Yeah, because the point of everything is for you to achieve balance, is for you to multitask and to also remain responsible for yourself. Because when this legacy comes in, when this windfall of blessings come in, there are going to be karmic energies that are going to try to infiltrate your bubble. And you have to have the discernment as to not give to individuals that don't deserve it, especially the individuals that are not going to pour back into you. Can you ask a personal question? What's the question? Imma clear up my deck, but you could go ahead and ask your question. But somebody definitely could be seeing 222 a lot, and that's a really good sign of the divine pretty much letting you know that you are in positive alignment, and that means that you are set up for your abundance to come in. So, yeah. Imma clean up my cards, so Imma shuffle up a bit, and I'll answer your question, just give me a second, because I'm gonna pull a yes or no oracle card to answer your question. But when you say end up together in the end, like what do you mean in the end? Do you mean like are you guys gonna be together forever? Okay, I'll ask for you. Give me a moment. Zion, if you're gonna be in here, you gotta be quiet, boo. That's good. Alrighty. Yes. Sage, no. Go get in your bath. Go ahead. It's about to die. You'll be okay. Go take your bath. Alright, Holy Spirit will Jet and Key end up together. Okay. So you got the bridge is frail, crossing is risky, images distort, trust is obscured. So there's some type of trust issue going on in this relationship, and that's why it came up as a no. Because like there's something somebody's not telling the truth about. So it means that there's not a lot of communication there. You guys need to have conversations, like have the conversations about the things that make you nervous, okay? Because there's no question that is going to be too deep for somebody that is meant to be in your life. All right? I'm going to pull some tarot because these did fall on top of the deck. Sage, go get in the bath because you have that water running and you're wasting water. Go get in the shower now. You don't need music every time. The iPad is about to die, so no, you can't bring it in there. Sage, what did I just say? Go do what I said. Holy Spirit, can I get some clarity for Jack? Yeah. So pretty much, yeah, there's a lot of self-doubt and fears, okay? And that's why there's some exhaustion in this situation. All right? Because the feminine energy is standing their ground. So the feminine energy is very defensive at this time. And it's like you guys are both feeling like, there's a lot of choices to make, a lot of decisions to make, these new opportunities, but it's like it's separated because y'all not talking. And it's literally because of fears that you have. So like you gotta have those conversations, okay? Like literally anything that you feel nervous about talking about, talk about it. Like literally. Y'all just have to talk. Literally, like that's like the easy fix for this is communication because that's gonna help release a lot of these self-doubts, a lot of these fears, this lack of faith in something working out because there's only lack of faith because there's no conversation happening. Because the feminine energy is coming off as very grounded. She came off as Queen of Pentacles. So, she's pretty much standing her ground like she doesn't want to be hurt. But Page of Pentacles with Two of Wands, it's like it's a lot of good things, but there needs to be conversation so you guys can have the conversation and then process your feelings and then be able to see if you want to move forward, okay? Yeah, you gotta communicate. I mean, she came out as Queen of Pentacles with it, so like, yeah, she's standing her ground because she doesn't want to get hurt, and like that's the main thing that you need in any type of relationship when it comes to building trust is communication. So you gotta have communication because they might also feel like you do have other choices and other options and other individuals that you're talking to because you're not communicating. So you just have to talk, you know, talk about how you feel, talk about the hard things, ask any questions. I mean, don't tell me that, you gotta tell them that. All right? You gotta be able to have that open communication because that's what builds trust, literally. You speaking your truth and really standing up as a leader, as divine masculine, is gonna lead to a breakthrough. It's literally up to you. It's literally up to you whether this moves forward or remains stagnant because that's the energy is a little stagnancy because it seems as though you're doubting yourself and you're having like fears. Yeah. Ten of Swords came out on the side, so like you're being a little dramatic. Hey, like you're being dramatic about like expressing how you feel. And it may be due to past situations. Yeah, you gotta be honest, like literally, because this individual is not lying to you. They may have lied to others in the past. Everyone has a past, but this person wants forward momentum. fresh start, being certain of your path, wishes being fulfilled. But then we got illusions because that's in the energy because you're not communicating. So just, speak up. Yeah. Follow your intuition because your intuition is leading you. Because sometimes your anxiety is your intuition, but it seems as though this anxiety that you have is literally past traumas that are keeping you from being able to move forward in this connection. Okay. But just communicate. And even if you're not comfortable, like, having a conversation, try to write a letter. Or even you could work on journaling a little bit because that helps, like, to cleanse your energy too. I mean, if you do want to book like a reading with me and like my bio, my email's on there, so you could definitely reach out. I'm just gonna shuffle up some more. I'm actually gonna pull a few oracle cards. Any more collective messages, Holy Spirit? If somebody's at the end of a very toxic cycle, yeah, and it's gonna give you a lot of self-confidence, okay? Because the magician came out in reverse. So somebody is feeling very vulnerable because they had a lot of negativity. You're welcome. Somebody was like a secret op, like it's probably somebody you really trusted, but they're realizing it's over as you move forward and stability is in reverse. So like they're not stable. And it's because of the things they did. Yeah, reconciliation is in reverse. So somebody's definitely walking away from either someone or an energy that's kind of had a stronghold on you at one point in time. But you're definitely moving forward from it. And also, like a good way to cleanse your energy is through journaling. Easy way to cleanse your energy, cleanse your throat chakra. Write it all down. Like even if you write a letter to somebody and maybe it's not, to that person, like you're not going to send it off to that person, you even putting that energy out into the ether is really good because we all got free will. God won't know what you want until you say what you want you know that's why it's always good to communicate with the most high and then to also communicate with those that you care about. Any more messages for the collective, Holy Spirit? Yeah. There's some emotional challenges happening when it comes to some type of romantic connection. And literally, someone's working on achieving balance at this time. But it's like you got to remain grounded because that's going to lead to your success, your legacy. That's going to lead to you getting all the things that you want, literally. Fresh start in these harmonious relationships. All right. Yep. And it's like it's dependent upon your perseverance when it comes to having these emotional expressions. Like it's definitely rough, but it seems as though like whoever I'm talking to, like you're not emotionally blocked. Like you're making the conscious decision to not speak up about whatever this is. Yeah, like the situation could be going stagnant because like there's slowed down progress and it's like someone's trying to avoid a tower moment, but the tower moment came out not even a part of the spread. Like somebody is too like you have to focus on the good, not just on the bad, okay? Nine of Cups came out in reverse, so it's like you're seeking true happiness, but you're really not standing in that power. Like sometimes people think like, "Oh, what could go wrong?" But what could go right? It's little shifts like that that mean like the world of difference. All right, because someone definitely has a clear direction to like where you want to go. And it's all about standing in your truth, okay? Living in your truth, setting these boundaries. All right. Anything else? Yeah. Second time this came out with this Ace of Swords. There's definitely a breakthrough. Some clarify this Ace of Swords, Holy Spirit. And there's someone that is emotionally unstable. They are going through karma at this time. And it's because of like whatever the hell they did in the background. Clarify this Wheel of Fortune. Like someone's finances are being affected and they're mad as hell about it because they did things without thinking. It's okay. Did you moisturize your skin? Okay. Good job. Yeah, in a second. You being consistent and keeping on a good routine, whether it's self-care, whether it's, working towards your creative endeavors, that's going to help you not to feel like you are lacking something. Like someone has to really like start believing in themselves more. Okay, you judging yourself so much, and it's like you're not even under judgment with the divine. Somebody is being so hard on themselves. It's insane. Yeah, like you standing in your confidence, doing your self-love affirmations, that's gonna lead to you having a lot of closure. Okay, you're super duper hard on yourself, and that's what's affecting you. Yeah, stand up and sit on your throne because yeah, and all it takes is just some self-love affirmations because you're in the spotlight right now when it comes to receiving your fulfillment and your blessings, but you have to believe that you are gonna get it. Okay, and that's why I always recommend like be in that energy of receiving. For you to be in the energy of receiving, that calls you to remain in a higher vibration and to remain grounded. Practicing self-love, because when you believe that you are worthy of the love and the abundance that you desire, you're going to get it. Okay, so it's giving somebody really wants something. They know it's really good for them. They know that this blessing is coming their way, but at the same time, you're not moving and treating yourself as if you deserve that. Hmm. And this spiritual awakening for you is an emotional awakening. All right, you're waking up to really loving yourself on a soul level, really loving yourself for your flaws, loving yourself for your past, because everybody has been through things, but somebody dealt with individuals that really did a number on your confidence, right? And, as you keep going on the journey, you're going to start to have more faith in yourself. Um, but it's like you're exhausted, especially when it comes to you loving on yourself. So definitely focus on doing that with your self-love affirmations. Like, I'm worthy of love. I'm divinely guided and protected by God. And you'll be fine. Like you gotta say these affirmations because when you say these affirmations, that's you pouring into yourself. All right. Literally. The magician and the lover's card. Because you're manifesting the self-love. You're manifesting this divine love. But if you're not loving yourself on a soul level, you cannot expect somebody else to do that, you know? Because it's like you'll be pouring from an empty cup. Somebody has an opportunity, like somebody has a seed that's about to sprout. But it takes you being honest with yourself. Yeah. Because you're giving a lot to the past by focusing so much on what you went through in the past. And I know some things are hard to move past, but that is why I recommend journaling because that helps you to release it. Okay, that's why we do shadow work. When you're having a balance between your light side and your shadow side, as a masculine, you're having a balance between your masculine energy and your feminine energy. And with feminines is the same way, and that's how you're gonna see, you know, a lot of feedback coming toward you. Because the Most High wants you to be like taking these actions towards forgiving yourself. It's not just about forgiving others, but also forgiving yourself and also taking action towards your healing. And it's not something that you just do once and leave it alone. You know, you don't focus on your healing and then when you feel better, you stop. It's an ongoing thing. Okay. Yeah. And look, the devil card, it just stays stuck in the deck. That means that it's a self-limiting belief. What I say, like you have choices. You have more choices than you think you have. But it's time to move forward from being so hard on yourself. And yet, quite frankly, you're being mean to yourself and you don't deserve that. The world beats us down enough. Don't add to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like somebody stuck in the past when it comes to some type of situation on how you're talking to yourself, but you're very strong. You're very strong in the spirit. You have a lot of self-control. Yeah, but it's like this mental block keeps coming out. What about this mental block? Yeah. And it's about moving on from conflict because someone was very messy, but it's ended and you're hoping for more. You know, you're hoping for this new beginning, but you actually have to take your action towards it. Letting go of the past will lead to a lot of clarity for you. Okay. Yep. A lot of enjoyment. You got to enjoy this. Enjoy this journey of loving yourself. Enjoy this journey of enlightenment. Enjoy this journey of experiencing newness. Okay. The shit that you're used to was low vibrational. So you should be accepting of the new things because divine love is something you didn't experience in the past. Yeah, someone's definitely in solitude. You are in a very abundant energy at this time, but it's like you need to give more to yourself by doing some soul searching. Okay. Yeah. Like stand your ground, be certain of your path, be certain of where you're going, following your intuition. And when you're not sure, when you're simply not sure of what to do next, pray. Because it takes a lot of hard work to do something new. It takes a lot of hard work to do anything new, but it will lead to a victory. You have to believe that. You have to claim that because this victory is already yours. These financial opportunities are already yours. These opportunities in love are already yours. Are you willing to do the work to get it? Literally, that's it. Are you willing to do the work to receive this divine love that you do deserve? Because you know you deserve it. You know you deserve this joy. All right. You know you deserve for your inner child to be healed. It's all about doing the work to get it. I promise you. And the first step is self love. You following your intuition will lead to you being in a grounded energy. I promise you, a lot of this weight that could be on you, you will be at peace with the decisions you have made because you have to focus on being at peace with these decisions that you're making, and you're manifesting that peace by loving yourself, by moving in this luxurious, wealthy energy. Because I'm talking to somebody that's not, you're not codependent. Yeah, you're not codependent. You can set boundaries and maintain healthy boundaries, but somebody it's giving your heart chakra. Maybe you should play like some heart chakra frequency music when you go to sleep tonight, and that will help clear up your heart chakra and you'll wake up feeling a little better, a little lighter. Because you just been hurt in the past, you know, you just gotta have a new perspective on what did you learn from that hurt. You know, things hurt. We have things that happen to us that are shitty, but how did you move forward? And also, you have to acknowledge all the growth that you have made. Okay. The fact that you know where you're struggling at puts you eons above a lot of individuals that just live in denial. Okay, it's just on having a new perspective on yourself, especially when it comes to loving and nurturing yourself, you know, giving yourself that love, giving yourself that nurture and that care that you did not receive, you know? Mhm. 'Cause you're very authentic. Yeah, and then this one flipped out too. You're very authentic and you're practical. Someone views you as very determined, very responsible. Someone views you as so strong. You have to believe that because there's conflicts in these emotions. It keeps coming out. There's conflicts when it comes to your emotions, okay? Because it's not that you're insecure. You're just too hard on yourself. All right, so keeping this balance, and you see how he's pouring it, you're pouring into yourself. That's what you got to focus on is pouring into yourself. Literally. You just got to pour into yourself, you know? Taking a little bubble bath or something. I don't know. Whatever you do to relax, whatever you do to keep you in a grounded energy that makes you feel just a little bit better. Giving yourself a hug, you know? Like that's the things that's gonna help you. All right, because you're very hopeful and you are on the right path, but I'm just trying to help speed it up for you. Okay. But definitely I would recommend if this is resonating for you to definitely play some heart chakra frequency music. All right. Play that, as you're sleeping. Say your prayer, of course, before you go to bed. And when you wake up in the morning, journal. When these emotions come out, write it down, okay? Because that is a cleansing practice. That helps to cleanse your energy to journal. It opens up your throat chakra and your heart chakra because you're pretty much when you're writing it down, you're talking to the Most High. You're telling the Most High how you feel, okay? And that helps to clear out your energy. And that will help you be a little nicer to yourself because that's all it is. You just not being nice to yourself because you had adults not be nice to you when you were a child, when you were vulnerable. Nobody deserves that. But it is our job as adults to transmute that energy into something positive, okay? Because I know it hurts. I know it hurts. Trust me. Like, that's something that I came to terms with actually today in therapy. Like, I was like, dang, I never experienced an individual genuinely loving me outside of my children. And that hurt me. Like, I've experienced true friendship, but the true friendship I experienced, they both perished. They got into a really bad car accident, and one of them passed away, and the other one is in a coma. And this happened in 2012. And that, like, I seen the synchronicities on how it really affected my path because the man that I married, he resembled him. So I never looked at him as a person. I looked at him as that person. So it's like when that situation went to shit, it was like, dang, like I really got to work on my emotions. And that's something that I literally realized today between 10 and 11 a.m. at therapy. So, there's a lot of things that happen to us. And at the time, I was 19. So imagine, like, I'm 32. So it's like, think about, those moments in your life that really hit your heart, and really get to the root of it. Because 9 times out of 10, that defining moment it added to certain situations on why you were attracted to certain individuals, why you did certain things that you shouldn't have, gave love that, you know, other people didn't really deserve. All right. There's a root to everything. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. But it's like these realizations, they're so different. Like the last portal, like it was kind of like a standing up for yourself type of energy, and now it's like moving forward, it's like giving closure. It's like the Most High is giving a lot of us closure right now. Like we just had to really listen to it because we know what's going on. Like we know what's wrong. And instead of saying like, "Oh, this was wrong, this happened," da, 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 like you really got to look at it because there's literally there's no coincidences at all. At all. Like, I hadn't shed tears about that situation in years, okay, and today I was like, wow, like, I didn't realize how deeply connected I was with it because it's like I'm estranged from my family. I was never accepted. I never received the love, nurture, and support. Didn't get none of that. And two family members that did have a bond with me, they both passed away. So I just felt like, damn, every time I meet somebody that I feel like understands me, they die or they go away forever. But now I have to start letting go of that thought to where it's like, no, God put them in my life for a reason. At least I had the conversations that I did before they passed because I'm supposed to use that to have hope, to know that it's out there, to hold on to those good connections that you had. Because we go through so much bad shit. We have so much fucked up shit that happens to us, but it's like we have to remember the good, even if it was for a little bit of time. You know? Like, and it helps a lot. But yeah, there's a lot of realizations, happening. And what actually made me, like, start to shed tears when talking about the situation was the fact that, like, could not contact because he's still in a coma. So, I tried to reach out to his family. No one responded. I was his birthday came around. I was looking on social media to see if anyone posted him, and it made me really sad because nobody was posting about him. No, it's like he didn't exist, and I didn't like that because I knew in my heart that like if the shoe was on the other foot, they would have made sure that my spirit was alive. So now I'm in the process of trying to find out what happened to him, but it's hard because of HIPAA. Like I know he's in some type of like center, for people that are in like comas and stuff, but like I don't know how to get around it like with HIPAA, but the most High will reveal it to me. But yeah, I had to take my responsibility for how I contributed to the demise of my marriage because I didn't look at him as a person. It was mainly like pretty much when I met him, it's like he got everything, and we got married super quick and things like that. And I don't really know how he felt. I just saw my ex in him. So, it's just insane. Yeah. Like I'm talking to someone that's a nurturer, you're a healer. You're definitely like you're making your house a home. You're learning how to be like socially conscious. Like all the things that people do, that are toxic, that people find funny. Maybe you could have found it funny at one point in time, but that shit not funny to you no more. And that's because you're focused on your peace. And that's really good. You are a part of the 1%. And that's something that I always tell people. Even when life gets to be frustrated, realize you are a part of the 1% because you chose to heal. Think about that. 99% of people in this world are choosing to be chaotic and adding to the negativity on this earth. You are a part of the 1%. Stand in that power. Okay? Exactly. Everything's being closed out. Remember, like this year was the year of the cleansing. You feel me? And next year, that's the year that you are gonna be acknowledged and really rising to your power and like it's gonna be even more crazy. All right. Because these negative energies, they're fighting back, but they're fighting back in ways to where it's like people are possessed with this Jezebel demon. Like that's the thing now, They're transferring demons and diseases like crazy. Next year, they're just gonna start dropping like flies, and we're gonna be the ones that are healing. They're gonna be like, how can they're destitute. Now it's like they're having so much fun. spreading this toxicity. Meanwhile, we letting go of hatred. We moving on. We focused on healing. We going on this journey that we don't know what's going to happen next, but we just know that we're following the calling from God, from the Most High, and we got to do it like at the end of the day. And there is going to be a lot of relief. There's going to be a lot of relief that you're going to be feeling, especially if it's feeling a little hard for you right now. But remember, like it comes and goes. Sometimes it gets overwhelming, and then sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, I want to run through the flowers. That's just the cycle of life. Balance with light and dark, because we have to learn how to find our light on our own when we're not feeling our best. All right. When we're feeling exhausted, like that's what it takes. Because we don't know how the world is gonna be soon. We don't know what's gonna happen. If the grid gonna cut off, what, we don't know. But we do know that it's our job, like it's our job to enlighten the collective consciousness. Because there are people now that are lost in the soul, right? They lost in the sauce, and right now they having fun. Like, what's that story in the Bible with Sodom and Gomorrah? They was over there throwing parties, and then when that fire thing, start happening, like, come on. What was they running towards? God said, do not look back. That lady look back, turn into a pillar of salt. What was they running towards? The lights, right? There's gonna be a lot of individuals that are going to seek out your light. And you gotta have discernment. Like, those scenes in the movies when the bad guy hanging off the building and then he like, help me, I'm sorry. You feel me? And then the person go try to help them and they go pull them down with them. Yes, we're building up that discernment right now so we don't end up in that type of situation. Because there's a war going on in the ethers. And that's why we be feeling exhausted. That's why, little karmic energies do be slipping through the cracks. They do, but we navigating through it. See? And it's leading to a lot of new things to happen. Things are going to be simpler. It's going to be easier for you to navigate through these things, and it's through your imagination. Because once your eyes are open, you can't go back. And that's something that, we really have to be aware of. You know, you're not going to go back to that tower moment. You're not going to go back to that depression. You're not going to go back to that person you were in the past because your rebirth happened. Don't doubt that. Don't feel that imposter syndrome like this is not me. I'm just delusional. No, that's what the enemy wants you to think. Absolutely not. Even though things might not be the best, you still have joy, right? You might still be worrying about a bill. You might be worrying about a partner or something, but you still have joy. Can't nobody take that joy. You feel me? Yeah, somebody definitely has to work on their confidence, being confident within yourself and really embracing your flaws. And that really hits different for me too. Cause like I do be real hard on myself. I made myself sit down today. I was just moving, moving, moving. Oh my gosh. And I was like, I'm about to go pick my kids up early from after school. And I was like, girl, just sit down and chill. Yeah. And that's because you're so passionate. You're gonna have times where like you going, going, going. And then you're gonna have times where you chilling. Like you have to get used to this peace. You have to get used to the silence. And then it's like when you have the silence, you're not gonna get nervous thinking that something bad's gonna happen. And that's because we're so used to bad shit happening. But we have to realize that sometimes silence is peace. Silence is good. Just because something good happens for you doesn't mean that something bad is around the corner. That's not how it's working for us no more. It's not going like that no more. Yeah, some shit that's gonna happen that get on your nerves a little bit, but it's not gonna be a tower moment. It's not gonna be, oh shit, like what's happening? Like I don't know what to do. It's not gonna be that no more. All right. And you gotta walk in that power, stand in that power. You really gotta walk in that power and stand in that power because that depression is not hitting you like it did before. You feel me? And if the depression did hit you, you'd be sad for an hour, but it ain't gonna be months, you know? That's your new beginning. What else they need to know? Yeah. And it's your divine inheritance. Somebody needs to hear this. This is too specific. But literally, your divine inheritance is this abundance. Your divine inheritance is you being happy, manifesting that abundance. Okay, this divine love, right? Setting a foundation for the future generations, the generations now, the freeing generations in bondage from your past. That's what you're fighting for, right? That is why you're loving on you. Because the more that you love you, first of all, you're making the most high happy because you're showing God that you love God because God is within us all, right? The more that you're loving yourself, you're healing your inner child. That's helping your future children or your children now. Like that's just the foundation of everything. Literally, this is the foundation of everything. Divine love, future generations, past generations, healing that and being happy, manifesting this abundance and building on this abundance because you're not going to lose it. Once you get it, you're not going to lose it. Do you realize the happy moments that you have, they don't just leave. You just stop paying attention to it anymore because you're taking the negativity and holding on to it. We got to start holding on to the joy, to the happy feelings, to the things that make us feel good and light, you know? But I definitely get it. Because the way my life has been, I have experienced more bad moments than good. So now I focus on, like in my healing journey, I'm focusing on holding on to the good, no matter how little it was. And that's hard to do, but we doing it because it's going to lead to long-term success. All right. That's what makes you a leader because you broke free from the matrix. You broke free from the status quo. Right? These unhealthy relationship dynamics, it's in the past. Because I hope you cut it off. Anything making you feel a type of way, anything making you feel down on yourself, anything that makes you feel a lower vibration is gone. It should be cut. No, yeah, like seriously, seriously. And sometimes we literally just need to take a moment to just breathe, drink some water, and just appreciate the water, you know? Water is a cleansing tool as well. When you're washing yourself, you're imagining the negative energy just going down the drain when you're drinking water. Because what are we like, 95% water or 98% water or something? It's a reason for that. I ain't no scientist or nothing, but like, yeah, it's all connected. The Yep. Releasing this trickery, being optimistic if we start to feel unproductive, you know? And then also accepting that sometimes you gonna want to call out of work. Sometimes you're not gonna want to do anything. And that's the most high sitting you down so you can heal even more. Because sometimes you're healing in your rest mode and you're healing in that mode where you're moving a lot. So, I used to get frustrated hearing there's a silver lining, but I ain't gonna hold you like that's a true thing. There's a positive in everything. There's a lesson in everything. In everything you can learn something. Literally. Even if you walking and you stub your damn toe, it's a lesson in that, you know? Cause hey, maybe my belt loop getting caught on the door when I was leaving out the door, that saved me from something hurting me. Like it's stuff like that that help. Okay. But you have a lot of new love, new feelings. Like somebody's definitely going through an emotional awakening, literally. And you have to be comfortable with giving to yourself, with resting and relaxing, nurturing yourself. That doesn't make you lazy to nurture yourself. That doesn't make you vain to stay these self love affirmations. It doesn't. It rejuvenates your soul and your spirit to be in this energy. You see that robe, all them pentacles? That's abundance. That's elegance. That's you. Walk in that energy. Stand in that energy. Even if you wearing sweatpants, walk like you got gold woven pants on. Like for real, stand in that elegance and stand in that power and always walk with your head high. Because someone is viewing you as that. Someone sees you as that. All right. Imagine that you are your higher self because your intuition is your higher self. That voice, not the voice that says the mean things, but the voice that says the good things, the positive things, that's your higher self, right? And the more that we heal, that mean voice is going to get quieter and quieter, and that positive voice is going to get louder and louder. Okay. Because the goal is to be in union with your higher self to where you are your higher self, where you're, you know, walking as one. You feel me? Sage. It'll leave nothing in your eye. Yeah. And anticipate that. Look forward to walking in your divinity as your higher self. Because you're gonna doubt yourself a little because we are just human, but you do have to give yourself grace. Okay, you're recovering from a lot that a lot of individuals wouldn't have been able to survive. You are a warrior. Stand in that power. The same individuals that judge you, that talk down to you, couldn't walk one step in your shoes, you know Yeah, like celebrate yourself. Somebody has like true friendship coming their way, and it's gonna cause like a lot of like conflicts amongst people that they're just gonna be salty that you have somebody that does value you. Yeah, somebody's daydreaming about something, or like it's something that you're thinking about all the time that like you want to happen, and you feel like it's at a stalemate, but you have to trust that it's coming. Okay? Never give up on your dreams. Never give up on your goals. Literally. Being confident, okay? Yeah. And don't be afraid to set new goals. Okay? Don't be afraid to go in a new direction. All right? Yeah. Because someone's afraid of being loved. Or like you could be afraid of like getting into a relationship. You could be afraid of like, just navigating through dating or something like that. I don't know, but it's going to be very fruitful. Just don't be in fear. Yeah, it's an illusion. Like these doubts are illusions. Yeah, you just gotta have a new perspective because this spirit is they're holding on for dear life. Okay, the higher you ascend, the more that energy goes away. Okay. Remember, these generational curses been here for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of lifetimes. You feel me? And you, as the chosen one, you, that 1%er, you're fighting it off. You're fighting it off in your sleep. You're fighting it off every time you get up and achieve another goal, even if that goal is to drink a cup of water, even if that goal is to look yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. Do it. All right, because you're living in your truth and you're also goal oriented, and the Most High loves you for that. Your ascended ancestors admire you for that, because there's so many individuals in your bloodline that didn't do that, you know? So many of them. And you're fighting off so much negative energy. You have to deal with the bullshit from your bloodline, and then you also have to deal with the bullshit of these karmics that was in your life. And then you have to deal with the bullshit that when you walk outside, you know what I'm saying? Like you're fighting off so much. So you just need to realize that you are a warrior and you are prepared for battle because you're innocent. In this battle, you're on the winning side. Okay? Never forget that. Never forget that. And comfort in knowing that this grief and this sorrow, it's going away. And your intuition is showing you that it's going away, because it's less intense every time. Like maybe you're feeling sad about something and you're like, oh, not this feeling again. Think about it. Because last time that shit had you not showering, not being able to do nothing yourself. You know what I'm saying? You were just under the covers, not saying nothing to nobody, not doing nothing. And now it ain't the same. It don't hit the same, right? Acknowledge that. Acknowledge the growth that you have made. Please. Like, for real, these calls is on point. Like, acknowledge that, okay? Stand in your divinity. Yeah, because you're finding direction and your direction is moving away from the tower moments. You see how the way that the cards are sitting and these swords are facing it, and his hand is on the wands. You're blocking it. This is representing God. This is representing your Sunday ancestors. This is representing your strength and your power. And you still got somebody that got your back right there. You had to remember that you are a divine being. You have ascended past that low vibrational karmic bullshit. All it does is get on your nerves. And what's coming in quickly for you is teamwork and collaboration in the 3D. All right. But you have to be secure standing on your own 2 feet. You know what I'm saying? Being able to stand 10 toes down by yourself. You get what I'm saying? That's what that solitude's for. We all got to go through the solitude. And then that's when you know when you're completely secure within yourself by yourself, when you're completely loving yourself by yourself, that's when you're ready for this unified love. Because once you get to that point, can't nothing infiltrate that. Can't nobody finagle their way to slip through no cracks, nothing. Because you stealing up all them cracks every time you journal, every time you say them self love affirmations, every time you pray, every time you wake up and get done what the fuck you got to get done. You're sealing up them cracks. Can nothing get through. Listen, can nothing get through. And that's your wish fulfillment. Okay? There's somebody in your energy, they're feeling exhausted because they're bitter, pretty much. They're very exhausted. You see both of these cards is laying down all them swords in their back. The same swords they tried to put in your back is in their back. Yeah, and at one point they were determined, but now they realize it's a losing battle. They are coming to the realization that you are an embodiment of progress. You are an embodiment of success. You are an embodiment of a rose that grew through concrete. What's that saying? The phoenix that rose from the ashes. That's you. Oh, the messages, Holy Spirit. Oh, well, hell. Listen, you're manifesting your desires every day. So if you ain't getting nothing from this message, I'm telling you, love yourself, nurture yourself, work on being confident within yourself. And that is going to help you to trim the fat of these negative energies that are they clinging on for their life. Don't nobody got you in a grip. Don't no negative energies, no people, no nothing. Nothing has you in their grips. It's just your job to release it, and it can be released by focusing on that confidence, that self-confidence, doing them self-love affirmations. Okay? But somebody definitely should listen to some frequency music. You can either do all 7 chakras, or you can listen to a heart chakra frequency to be exact. For the individual for that spread that came out with the emotional, like somebody's just like they're kind of scared to like open up their emotions and stuff like that. So definitely listen to some heart chakra frequencies, or you could do all 7. Um yeah, like that's really the best thing that you could do. And if you're not comfortable listening to heart chakra frequencies, definitely listen to water, like the water sounds. That is cleansing as well. But yeah, like you got this. Cause it's in you. Like literally. Just stand up for yourself and stand in your power. Somebody is very strong in the 5D, and you know how strong you are, but it's like something's keeping you from standing in that power, and you gotta. I mean, you may be afraid of being judged or somebody thinking you full of yourself, but hey, I am full of myself. I'm full of God. I'm full of love, right? That's what you full of. I'm full of abundance. Yeah. And I'm gonna stand in that power too. Help your shit. All right. But I hope y'all have a good night. Continue to live and love and light. Bye.